With voting over and results being tabulated, Afghanistan's election officials say no results will be released until next Tuesday, and even then they will be preliminary and partial. But that is not stopping claims of victory from two presidential contenders. Wahid Omar is a spokesman for President Hamid Karzai's campaign.
Regardless of who the winner is, once again, we believe it was a huge success, the election in itself, and we well respect the result of the elections, whatever candidate is the winner. But our own assumption, based on all what we have heard and received and what we have seen so far, we are well ahead in the elections.
The top challenger to Mr. Karzai is a former foreign minister, Abdullah Abdullah.
The initial preliminary results are in my favor in most provinces. Yes, these are preliminary results, but these are indications.
The country's chief electoral officer, Daoud Ali Najafi, is asking the campaigns and the media to refrain from pronouncements until results are official.
The announcement should come from a legal organization, which is the responsibility of the Independent Election Commission. Any results announced by other sources before the official announcement of the IEC are not legal.
The U.S.-funded International Republican Institute, which monitors elections, says while there have been serious problems, the election process so far has been credible. But an independent Afghan monitoring group says its observers saw fraud and interference across the country on Election Day. One of the few female members of Parliament, Fazia Kofi, tells VOA she witnessed Election Commission workers filling out ballots for women who were apparently ignorant about the process and the candidates.
I think the credibility of the future government will be hugely affected, especially the issue of fraud, that I have seen it myself.
Election officials here acknowledge they are receiving reports of vote buying, ballot box stuffing, illegal voting using fraudulent voter identification cards, and other election abuses. In some areas not under government control, there were no policemen or soldiers to fend off the Taliban. Election officials confirmed that 9 districts representing 2% of the population could not vote. Zakaria Barakzai is the deputy chief of the Independent Election Commission.
From 6,521 centers that we supposed to open, we managed to open 95% of that, which is 6,202 centers, which is a good number, keeping in mind the security challenges that we are facing in this country.
Observers hope that when the results are announced, Afghans will deem them credible. Otherwise, Afghanistan could face even greater dangers, says Harun Mir of the Afghan Research and Policy Center.
If we don't reach a compromise, if the loser feels alienated, if the loser feels isolated from this political process and also from political power, then we will certainly have problems in the country. And this is why we should I think the winner should extend a hand to the loser, and the loser and the winner should work together.
The next government faces enormous challenges in a country that is one of the least developed, is rated one of the most corrupt, and faces a growing Taliban insurgency. Steve Herman, VOA News, Kabul.